The darkness continues.
Welcome to Dark Exodus.
Sometimes it's just a few who are speaking the truth. The truth catches fire, and that's what's happening now.
Dark Exodus. Think about this.
This is X from the Prophet of Thought series. You know,
The protester.
and I'm back with another.
Dark Exodus.
And the darkness continues, and so does the personal attacks. Recently, on this YouTube platform, I have noticed how people have been delving into the personal. It's gone far beyond media, far beyond countering arguments or ideologies. The name calling, the attempt to shame, the spreading of people's private and personal information. Whatever happened to debating points, engaging in productive dialogue? Many of us have been reduced to the equivalent of a schoolyard roasting contestant. Talking shit about people is fun sometimes now, but talking crap about someone and taking low blow pot shots at them are two different things. Bringing people's wives, children, and families into the fold. If that wasn't bad enough, now people will put your address, the company you work for, your parents' address, your kid's school on the internet as well. Is this what it has come to? Are we so troubled and frustrated by what someone says on a computer that we think by putting their personal history on blast, we score points? We one-up the person. What if this person did the same to you? Blasted out your life business, published your address, posted pics of your girl. That very same person who laughed and giggled about someone else's business being posted would be pissed because we often subscribe to, as black people, doing unto others before they do unto you. These same people who talk about people's records, their girlfriends, their children, would be besides themselves if someone was doing the shit to them. But this is the history of many black folks. I can screw with you, but don't you dare screw with me, because it's your right to attack someone personally because they have said something that has made you angry inside. Which begs the question, why are you even watching if you can be twisted into knots over something said on a computer screen, so bent out of shape that your only recourse is to take time out of your life or take time out of your lack thereof a life to seek out personal info on an individual, as if any of our lives are perfect. I guarantee that most people on media, especially those who have a tendency to attack folks on a personal level, are more than likely living mediocre lives, have mediocre occupations, and spend much of their time living in my mediocre basement. But somehow they get a boost of confidence by trying to embarrass the next person. It's hypocrisy/idiocy. I've discovered that many of the media crowd, if you will, are a bunch of low esteem, introverted outcasts who hide behind their avatars, but reserving the right to shame, incite, and agitate people who they have a disagreement with, while also reserving the right to be insecure with who they are. They have to get personal because they take it personal, even when someone is not attacking them personally, because media has given them a personality, something they more than likely lack when the computer is off. But let's face it, most people on media are not media creators. Most are simply media spectators, sitting around waiting for someone to say something that they don't have the guts to say, confront someone that they lack the guts to confront, on the edge of their seats, hoping someone else will hop on a stream and speak to the pain and the anger they hold inside of themselves, wanting the problems in their lives to be solved by some person on YouTube who you will probably never meet. Someone who is not even close to being qualified to address most people's issues, swapping a session with their psychologist for a stream of a person who tells you the problem is not you, it's them, telling you it's all right for you to be insecure about everything because everything is screwed up except for you, them, and everyone who agrees with you and them. A message that people have the right to spew and the right to view. But what I wonder is, what happens when the computer is off? What do these people do? It seems like so much of their personal life is wrapped up in media. I find it hard to believe a person can spend so much time on media, but somehow be living these scenarios that you often hear them talk about, especially those who aren't creating content or making money off of media. Why do they have so much time to be on the internet? I run my own business, answer to no one, but I couldn't imagine being on media all day, every day, especially if I'm not getting paid for it. It says a lot about someone's character at the very least. You know they have way too much free time on their hands. You have to wonder about someone who is in every chat, seen on every channel, living on media, but not making a living on media. Media has become like virtual reality to these people. It's fantasy world, projected right into their mother's basement, giving them the opportunity to pretend they are better than the next man, even if it means exposing something about someone that clearly has nothing to do with the animosity that is between you two. Newsflash, bringing up someone's past doesn't expose them. It exposes you as petty. Talking about someone's family doesn't win you points. It points out your punkery, because doing these things are you saying, I can't win this argument, so I must attack you online about your offline life. Since when did we start doing this? A lot of this shit is just immature and ridiculous, just like the people who engage in this nonsense. I have 4 words for you. Grow the fuck up. It's disappointing to see many grown men conducting themselves like 12-year-old boys who never grew up, all because of something said by someone you choose to watch. If you want to get angry at yourselves for staying glued to a screen and watching someone you obviously despise. Why continue to do it to yourself? Unless you don't really despise this person. Because if you did, you wouldn't waste the energy on them. You definitely wouldn't be doxing them and spreading personal information about them. Like the old saying goes, it's a thin line between love and hate. You folks may be confused with what side of that line you're truly on. This message is not pointed to anyone specific, but if you think I'm talking to you or about you, I probably am. That being the case, everything you've heard here today, Negro ho, take it personal.
Dark Exodus. Dark Exodus. Dark Exodus. Dark Exodus.
The front to stare.
You understand?
Open your mind.
You know. Only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your minds.